Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Time of Possession, the podcast that is super depressed and mourning the loss of Joe Alt. But at least it's not a season ender, right, Jared? I mean, it's a high ankle sprain, right, which sucks. But he'll be probably be out like a month, and then he'll come back. Um, yeah, not a
Dude,
fun week in the NFL season for you, I would imagine.
I was happy for 3 weeks. A new record. A new record. And then God said, "You are having too much fun, Jared. I cannot let this stand."
Yeah, well,
The first loss of the season came against a frat looking guy, making his first NFL start. For
hey man, he's got
I will
aura.
be a Jackson Dart hater for the rest of my life.
Say, come on, man. Like
I'm
it's a cool. Come on.
I do not care if he thinks he's Anakin Skywalker or what. Buddy, that might be, unless he beats the Saints next week too, which he should without Malik Neighbors. If he does not win another game this season, that is just going to piss me off even more. I should have expected this. I should have, especially when their defensive line has like 5 first rounders. Oh my god, we did. It's just we had six sacks on him, or four, but it was like every time we got him in third and long, he converted it because we had the middle of the field wide open. I do not know why. It's like I was watching Staley's defense all over again. Speaking of, he gets to play against Staley's defense next week, so that should be fun.
That'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I was gonna say we start there. Chargers Giants. On tonight's podcast, ladies and gentlemen, we have some NFL talk. We will give you our upsets of the week for week 4. Also, if we got the time, I did put together a top 10 power rankings of NFL teams, just the top 10. I'm not going to do every single team,
Okay.
but I figured we could revisit that every 4 weeks ish.
Okay,
You
yeah, it's
know,
like every quarter of the season.
every quarter of the season, we'll do our top 10. But right before, I figured this would be a little easier than Jones conference control because
That's fair,
that's
yeah.
ranking
Yeah.
every single team. This is a top 10 power rankings. We'll go through that quick, obviously, and then at the end of the podcast or middle of the podcast or whatever you want to call it, after we talk NFL, we are going to be giving you our Major League Baseball postseason predictions. We're going to talk about the wild card games that are starting today, as of when this podcast is being um, posted and everything. Recording this Monday night, and I don't know what your plan is, Jared, but because I predicted Mets Rangers, I'm a World Series free agent right now, so I got to make a new pick
That
for
was
this
your pick?
postseason.
That was your pick.
I had I had Mets over Rangers.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Um,
I mean,
Shout
I
out to the Mets for taking everything away,
we
right?
will definitely talk about. I think other than our wildcard predictions, we should at least give like a season outlook on how both of our teams did, and probably some other teams
Oh
as
yeah.
well.
Sleepy Bob is gone. He's gone, dude. He's gone.
I know you're happy
Oh,
about that.
oh, so happy. But you know what? I mean, we could talk about it when we get to the baseball stuff, but I kind of don't want Bochy. Like,
I was gonna ask you about that, but
I, yeah.
let's get to
Okay.
that later.
So,
I mean,
do you want to start with Chargers? Do you want to start
yeah,
with Chargers? I mean, you kind of already talked
yeah.
about
Let's
it.
get it out of the way,
I can give you,
please. I've been
I can give you my thoughts, and then you could bounce off me if you want,
Go
if
ahead.
you're not feeling it,
Start.
or
Start. I don't
okay.
give
So
me
obviously,
yours.
the big news out of here is the injuries to Joe Alt and Malik Neighbors on the other side. So
Burn
you got,
MetLife to the ground. That I'm just burn. You got to burn MetLife to the
I agree.
ground.
I agree. It's 2025. We have all the data in the world, and for some reason, we are still, playing on turf when we know it's bad for the athletes. and MetLife Stadium is the worst of all. So I don't get it at all. But millionaires, billionaires, they do what they want, I guess. They don't really care about protecting their asset. They're only in it for the money. Does not make sense to me. That's one. And then two, I do want to talk about Jackson Dart a little bit. I know that he has made an enemy in you for life, but despite the numbers not being like super impressive or anything like
No,
that, I thought he played well, considering it's his first start against a really, really good defense,
didn't
and
really
he
play like
ran the
one
ball
really.
a lot. Like they were like it seems like they kind of went back to the offense that he ran that Dayball ran with his the first year
With
he
Jones
was there
and
with Daniel
Barkley.
Jones. Yeah, and they had like Daniel Jones running a lot. So it seems like kind of what they did in protecting him and everything. And then Cam Scattaboo is on the short list of like
He's a
one of
CTE
my
demon.
dude, I mean, he's on the short list now of like one of my like he's gonna get added to the Glorious King list,
Oh, I
like
mean,
straight
I
up,
I
dude.
love Scattaboo. I think he's
He's
great. I have no problem with him. I knew
he's
he was
awesome.
gonna be a tough guy.
Yeah,
He was gonna be after Neighbors. He was gonna be the number one guy.
yeah,
I
he's
mean, I
awesome.
mean, he didn't look like he rushed for a lot, but like he was breaking tackles and just getting like 5 yards of carry, and I was like, come on, guys.
Yeah, man. Look, obviously we did note on the last pod that you said that you were a little scared because what if they start Jackson Dart over Russell Wilson? We didn't
Oh,
know that at the recording,
I'll tell my thoughts
at
when
the
you keep
time of the
going.
recording,
Keep going.
and then also being on the West Coast, flying across country on the East Coast, right? I that obviously had some sort of impact on them, and yeah, man, they just kind of, they weren't themselves offensively. They were, once the offensive line, both tackles get beat up like that, it's going to be difficult to block people. And luckily for you, to give you a little bit of optimism, you host Washington next week. You are currently, as of when I wrote the notes, you're 2.5 point favorites at home.
I don't like that.
That line
That's gonna
that
probably
line tells me that they probably expect Jaden Daniels to be back, but keep in
wouldn't
mind he's coming
surprise
off
me.
an injury. Yeah,
Wouldn't
keep
surprise
in mind he's coming off an injury though. So there is that, and Washington just has not looked really good this year, like at all. At least defensively.
me. Were their get
Um,
right
you
game
know,
probably.
I mean, maybe, but I mean, if Atlanta does that to you, I expect the Chargers to be just fine. And then for the Giants, obviously, they go to the Saints for a battle of the potential number one overall pick. And I don't know who I got winning that one. Maybe the Saints, dude. I mean, I think the Saints have been
Tie.
okay.
We just
We
got
already
one.
had a tie.
We gotta get another one. Why not?
I mean,
I
maybe,
told
dude.
you
We'll
one
talk
was
about it.
coming. I told you one was coming. I just didn't expect it to be that game.
No, I didn't either. That's one of the games that we will actually cover tonight. We're not going to cover every game because we got a lot to get through,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, I don't know. Just a weird game. I Give me your thoughts. Like, obviously, you have your emotions and everything about it, but what did you see on the field that was like, you know, problematic in your eyes?
So I just want to say this is the first Sunday I've had off all season so far. I got up at 9:45 excited to watch my team play and play a good team game, all three phases, playing good football. I saw the exact opposite. I've been depressed for the last 30 hours. 30 hours ago was when the game ended. I cannot tell you how frustrated I was watching Justin get hit over and over and over again. And I
Yeah.
gotta ask why we keep throwing early so much. I saw Hampton break for the run, and I'm like, so we need to start this run game early, guys, because
Yeah,
Hampton has
that is
potential
something.
behind these pedestrians, these break dancers, as Brew would call them, as an offensive line. Because, oh my God, Once I saw go down, it was pretty much like, oh, but once Neighbors went down, I was like, okay, we might have a chance now because they just lost the number one weapon. I was, like, dude, and I saw Russ come in. We sacked him twice immediately on 2 snaps, and I
Did he
went,
fumble too? Did he fumble too?
no,
I
they
feel like
did. They did have a fumble at like their 2-yard line, and we didn't recover it because I don't know why we have not been able to force turnovers against QBs not named Geno Smith. Bo Nix, we couldn't. Jackson Dart, we certainly couldn't. And of course, Pat, you're hardly going to get turnovers with him. So, I mean, I'll give a pass for Pat, but.
Bo Nix threw a pick against you guys.
No, he didn't.
Justin. Oh, that was last week.
Justin.
That was against the Colts. Okay. My bad. Yeah, I got it mixed up.
But, yeah, I'll just say Hampton had a great game. His best game so far. Quentin continues to catch balls. I mean, I know he dropped the one over the middle at the end of the game, but I'm like, dude, I don't care. He had a good game. That is lad sold so damn hard. Multiple drops, and the second interception, it was supposed to go to him, but then Tyler Conklin takes him out, Travis Kelce style, except no shoulder separation. And once I saw that happen, and oh my god, this referee, dude. I'm not blaming this game on the refs, but I've never seen a ref so enthusiastically, like, giddy to call penalties for one team. Because after that second interception, this is what he did. Looked dead in the camera, and at us Charger fans, and went, pass interference, offense, hesitated, and I shouted the loudest F-bomb I think I ever shouted. Is it echoed throughout my house. Like, I had to walk outside because I was like, I can't take this right now. Like, there's no way Justin's had 3 great games and now it's getting spoiled. Like, his MVP status this season is now dead, in my opinion. It is now going to be, it is going to be between Baker and Josh right now.
Baker lost.
Yeah, but he had a good game, better game than Justin did. And this is a reason we lost too. 14 penalties? What are we doing? Mm-hmm. We were a better offense for the Giants than the Giants' offense was for them. Because
I think that was kind of the biggest for you guys, was just the penalties and the untimely stuff like that.
And most of it was on the offensive side. The defense hardly, I mean, they would get called for like either a hold, or offsides. Derwin, why are you lining up offsides? You know better than that as a captain on this team. But there was a series, 2nd and 7, 2 straight false starts to 2nd and 17, and I went, this is not going great. So, of course, the one day I had off, I got to see that disaster class of a game. And I don't want to hear, oh, but we lost Joe, that's the reason we lost. They lost Neighbors. The injury excuse is not going to fly for me. Both teams equally lost somebody of big value. And I don't want to hear, oh, but they had to travel to the East Coast and da-da. Dude, every team has to travel. I don't want to hear that excuse either. I don't care this team has had to travel to Brazil, to Vegas, back to LA, and then to New York. You play the schedule that is handed to you. You cannot use that as an excuse. As much as I hate that we're the NFL team that is traveling the most yards this season, you have to be ready for that. If this is the only stinker they have, fine. But without Joe Alt, I don't know. Like this, I want my team to go to the Super Bowl. I don't think that's this year, obviously, with the injuries we're sustaining. I want a playoff win, obviously, but right now, it's like, I'm not thinking that this team can go win a playoff game right now with how that performance went. I get it. You beat all 3 of your divisional opponents. That was great building up credibility. This loss, I don't know. It really dropped my optimism down. This is a team you're supposed to beat, and I get they do this every year. Holy crap, guys. Like, I'm not confident. I mean, we're in the softer part of the schedule now. We don't play another division game till after the bye in, like, November. But you said we have the Commanders next. I don't know if I'm as confident going into that game anymore, even if Jaden's back or not. After that,
Mm-hmm.
after that's the Dolphins, who just lost Tyreek, and maybe, I don't know, but we got to fly to Miami, and it's an early game, and then we host the Colts, who just went into SoFi and lost a close game to the Rams. And I'm like, I don't know, because and then the Vikings. Who knows if JJ's back? I don't know if it'll be him or Wentz. And then we go to the Titans. I mean, that's the only one I'm probably confident in that we're gonna win. Maybe, I don't know. I've seen us lose to bad Titans teams before. And then I'm thinking about going to the Steelers game because I'll be in Pasadena that weekend. And then we go back to the hellhole that is Jacksonville. And then it's the bye week. So, I mean, if we beat the Giants and we were 4-0, I was thinking I don't see a game, maybe the Colts or the Steelers, where we lose. But now I'm like, I don't know now. It's just an unknown what this team's going to look like without Alt now. Because losing Najee was one thing, and so was losing Mac. At least we'll get Mac back, hopefully around the Vikings game, which is a Thursday game, if not the Titans game. I'm just like, dude, the Dolphins have somewhat of a pass rush with Bradley Chubb and Phillips and whatnot, but like, The Commanders, I don't remember what their pass rush is like, so I mean, I don't know, but if Justin is getting hit multiple times, he's going to end up on IR like Burrow is, and if Justin goes down, I mean, hey, I know Trey Lance looked good, but my outlook on the season is season is over.
Would be over.
Yes.
The season would be over.
Because and that would kill me considering we started 3-0 for the first time in forever, but then the last time we went 3-0, we finished 8-8. So what's to say history won't repeat itself? I don't know.
I don't think history will repeat itself.
I know. I didn't think this team was going to play because I'm like, no, it's Harbaugh. He's going to make sure they're ready. I was wrong. I was hella wrong. But I don't know. The moment the media started talking about the Chargers being good and expected them, everybody on I think NFL Network picked the Chargers to win that game, so you already knew, oh crap, everybody picked the Chargers to win.
Yeah.
I like it when nobody talks about my team. Nobody. Because there's no expectations, but now the big E has been placed. And now KC is 2-2, and we're 3-1. We might have just blew the division, is my initial reaction.
I'm not ready to go that far yet. I think that
sold.
Yeah, the Ravens. I mean, there's some major concerns about Baltimore, and we'll talk about them. I think that for the Chargers wise, I think that they need to go back at least while the offensive line is getting healthy again. Until Alt is back. Or they can build up enough credibility to where the group can play together, because
I mean, Becton will
Alt
be back.
had already had the chance.
Becton will be
Alt
back.
had already had the chance.
Yeah, Becton was out with a concussion, so I think he'll be back this next week. If not, okay. I know he's not out long term. He just sat out this week because he got a concussion against the Broncos. Okay, it's out at least a week, maybe 2. I don't know. But Alt's 4 or 5 weeks.
At least a month for sure.
Dude, I don't know
I think
how Justin's gonna survive. I really don't.
So I think that they need to go back to running what they were doing last year, running the football wise and kind of taking the ball out of Justin's hands until they absolutely needed him in games, right? And I know that's a lot more stressful as a fan, but the path forward for
I trust Hampton
at
this point. Hampton's shown us that he can be
great. He definitely had a breakout game in this game, so there is that you can kind of rely on now. He can be a bell cow for you. But I think they're going to beat Washington, and then they'll be 4-1, and then we'll see what happens with the Chiefs and the Broncos. I mean, the Broncos, they're going to win tonight.
Oh yeah,
against.
I don't think you guys. Well, I saw your tweet saying we're going to lose to Jake Browning, but I'm like, I don't know about that.
I was crashing out after he threw a deep ball to T. Higgins, and T. Higgins mossed Riley Moss. So
he did that last year against Moss too.
Yeah, he dominated him last year. Riley Moss sucks. He needs.
Yeah, I agree. He needs to be. Dude, Bo Nix has thrown the ball 39 times tonight. You need to hand the ball off to J.K. Dobbins. You're winning the game by 3 scores.
I know, but this is what Sean Payton does. He tries to pad Bo's stats and make him look like an MVP and all that stuff. I like the fact that we're getting Harvey the ball though. Anyways, let's talk Eagles Bucks.
Oh yeah.
Baker can't be turning the ball over like he did in this game. We know that. But also, I think that the injuries along the offensive line for the Buccaneers kind of caught up to them, as well as the Mike Evans injury. I just think that the Bucks were so hurt, and honestly, my upset alert pick, I was going with more of my heart than my head, and I should have known that this was a game that the Bucks were going to lose, and they had a chance, but Baker did throw a pick in the end zone, and I just thought a lot of it caught up to them. Jalen Hurts, on the other hand, second half, 0 for 8 passing for 0 yards. He did not complete a single pass in the second half. Um, but despite that, Philadelphia is obviously 4-0, and they play Denver next week.
Oh, is it in Denver or in Philly?
It's in Philadelphia, so it's not going to be pretty. Denver, I mean, they needed to win tonight for sure. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, Philadelphia is 5.5 point favorites. Tampa Bay, they go to Seattle, where they are underdogs. They are 2.5 point underdogs there. So, and Seattle's a team that's been playing really well, and we're not going to talk about them a lot tonight, but Seattle is a team that I am high on, and you might see them in the top 10 when I do it. So,
yeah.
we'll see.
I mean, I will say that fake tush push to Barkley was kind of well, that was funny.
It was funny, but also like, why are you running it right now? Like, why didn't you save that for January? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
because
save
now
that for
teams
the
can
playoffs.
expect like they could have a spy back there now as like someone can play back just in
I don't know.
case
It's just weird. Like, I just kind of thought it was strange that they busted it out already.
on a
Like,
week 4 game.
on a week 4 game against Tampa Bay. And I get, you can make the argument, oh, this could decide the 1 seed down the line. I get that, but
We will talk
I don't know,
about
just
games early on that affect you later once we get to the
yeah,
other
we
sport.
will. It's I don't know, it's just weird, right? Yeah, Baker can't turn the ball over like he did. But Philadelphia just they keep finding a way to win, and they are looking more and more like the Chiefs of last season. It appears so.
Well, the Chiefs of
Um,
last season won off of bullshit. I'd say this is maybe more the Chiefs of 2-3 years ago that were like a very consistent kind of offense and a solid defense. Like last year, I think they won just based off their defense being one of the best, and Patrick Holmes just had to do enough. This, like, their offense on paper, the Eagles, is just better. It's just they're not getting A.J. Brown the ball unless it's against the Rams. So,
mhm.
I mean, like, Dallas Goedert had a great game. I'm so glad I have him as my tight end now. Again, whoever dropped him in my league, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, he did have a good game. I had to play him in fantasy. Still won. But
I'm going to lose unless
but,
J.K. Dobbins has a crazy touchdown run because my opponent had Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs.
oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
I was projected to win too until that.
Yeah. All right.
What are the games? I
We
mean,
can briefly mention 49ers Jags.
I'm surprised the Niners
Just
lost that game. I'm surprised.
yeah, I just thought it was a lot of lackluster quarterback play on both sides.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence and Purdy didn't look good.
Is it
Purdy's also hurt
time to
again.
have? Oh, he is.
He's dealing with some foot soreness or something like that, or toe soreness.
Well, he
So
is coming off turf
um,
toe. He's coming off turf toe. So
there is report. So he didn't practice today, and so you could see Mac Jones again. Potentially just something to note.
is it
But
time
yeah, man.
to have that
No,
conversation?
I, I don't think so. I don't think so. Mac Jones sucks. Um, but also, my coach of the year prediction, Liam Cohen, has the Jaguars at 3-1, man, and tied for first in the division. Now that the Colts lost to the
Oh,
Rams,
that's
so
right.
so it's something. Now the thing about the Jags is like they're 3-1 and I don't think they've played good So like, if they can continue to, build in the right direction, they could for sure win this division. You
Yeah.
know, the problem is for the Jaguars. They play Kansas City next week.
Is it in
They host
Jacksonville?
them.
Okay.
It is in Jacksonville, but they're still underdogs, obviously.
Yeah.
3.5 points, so it's not a huge line. It's the first real test for Liam Cohen, really. I mean, this is it, man. And then San Francisco, obviously they're 3-1. They're tied for first in the NFC West. They have the Rams in Los Angeles, and they are 3.5 point underdogs. So, going to be something to keep an eye on there.
They will have home field advantage though with the fans that show up there.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll be
And
a
it's
sea of
not
red.
like, yeah. We just mentioned it. Colts at the Rams. The Rams won pretty. I mean, I don't want to say convincingly. It took a 2-2 Atwell 80-something yard touchdown
And
for Pelvin
Adonai
Puka
Mitchell
Nacua, man.
fumbling the ball out of the end zone, celebrating too early. Like, buddy.
Yeah, yeah. Puka Nacua was insane this
He
game,
always is.
and Stafford was elite, his elite self, right? And then Daniel Jones turned the ball over multiple times. So pumpkin mode, pumpkin watch. Are we there yet? I don't know.
It's
We'll see.
October on Wednesday.
Yeah. Um, let's see. What do the Colts have next week? I didn't write this one
Ooh,
down.
I forgot.
Colts got the Raiders. So
Oh,
that's
at home or in Vegas?
in Indianapolis.
Oh
So
yeah,
they
they'll
should
win.
win that. They're favored by 6.5. And the Colts can keep pace with the Jaguars and kind of stay ahead of them if they get a win there. For the Rams, obviously we talked about it. They play San Francisco, potential first place in the division battle right there.
I believe
Depending on,
the Rams swept the Niners last year, huh? In the division, I think they did.
I don't remember exactly, but
Because I know
something to note.
they came back and won in the one in LA. I just don't remember if they won or not in the San Francisco
Yeah.
game. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take the Rams in that game, especially if Mac Jones is QB. Jared Verse will eat him alive.
Yeah, Jared Verse hasn't been making a lot of noise this year.
No, and that freaking sucks because that was my DPOY.
We need to we need to keep an eye on that. Maybe he'll get better as the season goes on. Bears Raiders is another game I wanted to talk about quickly.
I
Obviously,
saw
the
the ending.
Bears.
That's it. I saw the ending.
Yeah, so I mean, the blocked field goal's a thing. Obviously, I don't know what it is with special teams this year.
The script
But
writer is
for
just
the Raiders,
spamming the same ending over and over.
yeah, they're running out of ideas. Genti obviously had a breakout game.
Oh yeah.
He was incredible in this one. And then Gino threw the game away with 3 interceptions. Not good. His decision making is mind boggling sometimes. And he's just kind of an arrogant thrower of the football. Like he thinks he could fit the ball into these windows and he just can't anymore. Like he's at the point in his career where he's starting to decline and he can't do it. And also, one more thing. I want to give a little credit to Caleb Williams because he did have a game-winning drive in this one. He did lead a game-winning drive with about 5 minutes left to take the lead here. Obviously, it did take the blocked field goal to win it, but he did drive the Bears down the field and gave them a lead. So I mean, that's progress for them. And the Bears have a bye week next week, so they are 2-2. And I mean, I think that obviously they're still fourth in their division right now, but with the way Minnesota's been playing, and I know Minnesota beat them, but like if that game were to happen again, I would probably pick Chicago, Like I don't know. Just saying.
I'll check to see when Minnesota is playing the Bears again.
Well, I know it's in Minnesota, so there is that.
It is November 16th, which I don't know what week
Okay,
that
a couple
is.
weeks then.
It's
Or not
definitely a
couple
month,
weeks.
a month and a half.
That's a month and a half.
It'll be week
You're thinking we're in
11.
October already.
Week 11.
Okay. Well, we'll see what the Bears look like then. The Raiders, I mean, they're just not good. They're just not good.
No, I still can't believe Nick Wright picked them as a playoff team. It mind
That's
boggles me.
because he hates. It's because he hates the Chargers and Broncos. That's literally it. He just can't. He doesn't like them.
I don't know
Um,
how you can hate the Chargers and Broncos and then like the Raiders. I just unless you're just a Raiders fan, I would understand.
he doesn't.
But
I do think that it's more of a. He likes Geno and Pete Carroll and stuff. So, um, all right, let's go. Let's talk. Speaking of Nick Wright, Ravens Chiefs.
uh,
Um, obviously, the big thing in this one is Patrick Mahomes throwing 4 touchdowns. The Ravens getting demolished by Kansas City.
again,
Lamar is 1-6 against Patrick Mahomes in his career, and Lamar hurt his hamstring. We've heard about seasons from hell, Jared.
this is it.
This might just be the Ravens season from hell. And I know we're not allowed to change our Super Bowl predictions, but like I'm there, dude. Like I'm very very out on the Baltimore Ravens and I will eat, I will eat crow or whatever on this. Like I don't believe I just don't believe in them at this point. The defense is so bad, and then every time they play Kansas City, they like switch their entire philosophy as a franchise, dude. Like run the damn ball. What are you doing? Like give Derrick Henry the ball. I don't understand, man. Lamar was just terrible in this one. Um, I think the addition of Xavier Worthy helped them a lot. He had 120 yards total. They used him a lot in the run game, which
I
look,
mean,
if they can't run the ball like a normal team, which they can't, they have not been good running the football this year, might as well do it with Xavier Worthy, who's fast as hell, right? And it ultimately boiled down to Mahomes was great, Lamar was not. One of these defenses is really good, and one of them is probably uh, top 5 worst in the NFL at this point. Um, and Baltimore, who knows if Lamar is going to play next week? As of now, they host Houston next week, and the Ravens are favored by 3.5. So they are favored, which indicates they expect Lamar to play. But if Lamar's out, I mean, honorary upset alert there. I mean, I'm not going to make that my pick right now,
hear
but
me out.
I'm just saying.
Tie.
Okay, dude.
Dude, like I can't. I don't trust Houston to win. But then again, the Ravens don't really have a pass rush. But then again, I think anybody can sack CJ Stroud with that offensive line he's under.
Yeah.
And then, oh god, it's just, dude. I texted my Ravens friend, and he's just so like done. And I told him this is probably John Harbaugh's last year as the coach of the Ravens.
Yeah, man. I mean,
It has to be because I think they need
look,
a
and
new voice. They need a
he
new
would get a
voice.
job somewhere else.
He
He'd
will.
get a job immediately, like in Miami or something, right?
Yeah.
Or in Tennessee.
I
But
think
like,
Tennessee would jump at the chance for John Harbaugh.
yeah, and as they should. Harbaugh's a good coach, but like
I just think his
sometimes,
voice has gone toned down. He's been there for
well,
so
dude, I
long,
mean,
dude.
Andy Reid got fired at one point. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you can fire anybody. So, I mean, it's not looking good for Baltimore. Kansas City, we talked about them. They got Jacksonville next week. They go to Jacksonville and they're favored in Jacksonville. I wanted to ask you, are the Chiefs just like all the way back now?
I don't want
I
to
mean,
say it because then my team might just cough up the division due to pressure. Because if the Chiefs are breathing down our neck, and I know we have that win head to head against them, we still got to play them again. And if we lose that one in Arrowhead, we cannot lose another division game. We'd have to beat you guys again and the Raiders again as well to finish 5-1. And if unless you guys can take one from KC, which I think you can, maybe.
I mean, we should have last year and we lost on the blocked field goal.
Yeah,
So
that was Chiefs bullshit at its finest. But
yeah,
I'm just gonna say, like on the Ravens though, their one win obviously against the Browns, all three of their losses, Bills, Lions, Chiefs. The rest of their schedule, they really don't have an opponent to where they can prove themselves
yeah,
until like the Packers in the second to last week of the season, And the
I mean, the
Rams,
Steelers
the
are
Rams in a
what,
couple
2 and
weeks.
2 right now?
No, they're 3-1, I think.
The
Yeah,
Steelers are
they're
3
three
and
and
1.
one.
I mean,
They're 3-1.
well then prove yourself against Pittsburgh then, man. You're gonna let the Steelers win this division? Like, what are we doing?
Their first matchup against the Steelers is December 7th. And then they end against them on the final week of the season. Their next,
Yeah.
I'd say, tough matchup is against the Rams at home on October 12th, which is in like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So next they have the Texans, as you said. Then after that they have the Rams.
Yeah.
Two tough defensive lines.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just looking like a season from hell for me with the Ravens, and I don't. I know I made them my Super Bowl pick, but I'm just kind of out on them. I don't know what else to say other than that. Um, Speaking of a team that's kind of making me look like a fool, Packers at Cowboys.
I'm so
I thought
happy
the
I stuck with the Lions.
I don't know, dude. The Packers are such a weird team, man. Like, there's weeks that they look so elite, and then there's weeks where they give up 40 to Dallas. And look, I'll give Dallas credit because Dallas is an elite offense as RJ Harvey catches a walk-in
Yeah, I
touchdown.
wish it was Dobbins there. I wish it was
To
Dobbins.
Yeah, Dobbins has over 100 yards rushing though, so that's
I'm
cool.
gonna check my
Shout out to
score
him.
right now, see where I'm at.
Yeah.
I am
I'm
down
gonna be
by
Harry's
4.
first time.
I'm down by 4. Please give it to JK some more.
5 minutes left, dude. You need like a quick turnover, and then that's to run out the
Oh,
clock with JK.
man, I would
That's rough.
if he got that touchdown, I'd be in the lead, man.
Yeah. He's wide open too. Unfortunate. Yeah, so no defense was played in Packers Cowboys. I said it before the year that the Cowboys of this year are gonna have to be like the Bengals of last year, where they just win shootouts constantly.
They almost
Micah
won. They
did,
almost won.
yeah, they should have, man, because Jordan Love
That was
and
terrible clock management.
that clock management was egregious. I swear, dude. Look, every NFL franchise should have a teenager that just plays Madden a lot on their sideline. Because
Doesn't the
if
Jets
kids can do
owner's
it in
son
Madden,
play Madden? Like, come on.
dude, just like if kids can play Madden and manage the clock better than an NFL coach, I don't get it. I mean, it's simple math, and I've never understood it. And maybe in the heat of the moment and everything, like I get it, but like, geez, man. Micah did make his presence felt a little bit. 3 tackles for loss and a sack on Dak, a game-saving sack. Kind of Dak almost walked in for a touchdown. Um, and the Packers, they are now second in the NFC North. They have a bye week to kind of regroup and figure out their stuff. They're 2-1-1, and I'm gonna hate saying that all year long. That they have a tie now on the record. Dallas is 1-2-1. They're third in the East. The Cowboys were the biggest winners of this one because it did not count as a loss in the loss column, and they're still ahead of the Giants essentially. So that's the big thing for them.
The
And Dallas,
Jerry Jones
Dallas
was sweating in that booth on the final drive.
Oh, dude, he looks egregious. By the way, he needs to, like, it's time, buddy. Just give it up and go sleepy. You know what I'm saying? But the Cowboys do get the Jets, who are now 0-4, so a chance for Dallas to get in the win column.
Justin Fields masterclass.
You would hope so. I would start all the Jets in fantasy, by the way, if you got
except
Jet
Braylon
players.
Allen, he was ruled out tonight, so
yeah, no Braylon Allen. Okay, so that kind of wraps up the NFL talk, at least for the games that happened. Upsets of the week. I am 0-2.
I am 0-2.
You are 0-2, and Tyler is 1-1. He got Seattle over the Cardinals, which I mean. It was a 1-point line, buddy. Like, what are we doing?
All right.
It was a 1-point line. Anyways, we'll get Tyler's later. Obviously, he's not here. He's in the process of moving and everything, and we know the stressors that come with that, obviously. So, buddy boy, click that link and tell me, once you got it, what is your upset of the week going to be? I'm going to go through it right now. I see one I like. Some of the spreads obviously are not available yet because the games were still being played tonight. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind as you're going through it.
Oh man, dude, freaking! I want to choose this one, but it's only like 1.5.
Take your wins where you can, man. I mean,
You know what? I don't care if I get the loss on this one. I'm doing this just to see if I am just a curse for upset alert. As much as like
Giants over Saints, huh?
that's what I was
Giants over
thinking,
Saints.
but like,
Yeah.
hold on, because I've been wrong twice now, and I've targeted the Rams, and they've just, you know,
Oh my God, you're gonna go Niners?
no. I'm not gonna target the
Oh, I was
Rams
gonna
this week.
say.
As much as I loathe the Rams, not Tyler though, or Carl and Rhett and whatnot, but
Mm.
I'm doing this to put pressure on my team, Washington.
Oh my goodness, that is brutal. Okay, he's got
They
the
need to.
Commanders
I need to see.
over the Chargers.
I need you to prove it to me again because you just made me lose faith for a week. It was the Giants.
They are plus 2.5.
If
Okay.
I win, it's gonna make me mad because then I know my team is not up for the challenge. And
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
You know what? There was one
That
thing
is.
I didn't say about the Chargers Giants game. This is also the Chiefs' fault because they made Russ look so bad. So bad that they had to start Jackson Dart. So I blame the
Yeah.
Chiefs for getting the Giants before us. And then we had to get Jackson Dart. So
Okay. So I am between two right now.
I was really
And
thinking Giants over Saints though. Even without neighbors.
yeah, I think that honestly, by the time that game plays, that line is going to move a little bit to where, it might flip flop. But so listen, one I'm thinking of is the Browns over the Vikings. Just
What?
because I don't really trust the quarterback play for either team. Both defenses are good, and but Cleveland is at home. You know what I
No,
mean?
dude,
So,
this is a London game.
oh, it's a London game?
Yeah, so
Oh,
Minnesota's
oh
probably staying over there because they were in Dublin, so they're gonna stay.
yeah.
They're gonna stay over there. So Cleveland's gonna have
Well,
to
look,
travel.
regardless, that's not the one I'm rolling with. I'm taking Tampa Bay again. I'm going with the Bakerneers. I'm taking Baker Mayfield over the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm not
Bucks
surprised.
plus 3.5 over the Seahawks. They're gonna get it done. Otherwise, yeah. And then we don't know Tyler's, but we'll get his in here for the record. Um, and honestly, I was considering just going Denver over Philadelphia straight up because I know, I know Denver's not going to be favored in that one. I don't even need to know the line. Um, okay, either way. All right, let's get into Ryan's rankings. Obviously, had to make it sound good and everything. So Co Jones was out of the question. Ryan's rankings, both ours, obviously. We're going to go through the top 10 teams according to me in the NFL, and Jared is going to react and argue. Here we go. Starting with number 10, this is where I'm going to have the Indianapolis Colts. Now, I'm a little bit skeptical on the Colts, but obviously, look, you lost to a really, really good team. You're still 3-1, and you are, for the time being, in command of that division. I have to have you in the top 10. It's a loaded roster. Obviously, you have questions about the quarterback. But yeah, this is where I have the Colts. Any arguments here?
No.
Okay. Number 9, I'm going to have the Green Bay Packers. They would have been much higher on this list last week. But after the last couple of weeks, man, I'm starting to question my NFC prediction. They're a weird team, man. They should be an elite offense. which they showed, right? They should be an elite defense, which they've shown. Is this team ever going to put it together and have a full game against a good team where they look like a contender? Now, you can make the argument they had it against the Lions. That was week 1, and a lot of crazy stuff happens week 1.
Yeah, and you
So,
see the Lions since. It's.
yeah. And obviously, look, spoiler alert, I'm going to have the Lions higher than them on this list. The Lions are going to be here. So, right now, I'm believing in the Lions a little bit more than the Packers. Number 8, this is where I'm going to have the Kansas City Chiefs. I need to see what I saw last week on a week in and week out basis. Because this season, they've played 2 bad football games and 1.5 good football games. You know, they had a good half against the Giants, and then they had 1 good game against the Ravens, right? There's been more bad than good. They also still can't run the ball, but it's the Kansas City Chiefs. They have the championship pedigree, right? I know you hate them, but like we both believe this team is a Super Bowl contender just because of who the quarterback is, right? So, any arguments here?
No. But it would frustrate me greatly if KC is the first team ever to be bad at running the football and then winning a Super Bowl, or at least going to the Super Bowl. I'd be livid.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about a team that's really good at running the football.
This where we have the
This
Lions.
is where I'm going to have your Chargers at number 7. I know that you expected them to probably fall out of the top 10 or whatever.
Yep.
But this is still a very good football team, and 1 loss against a bad team is not going to really define them. Now look,
Defines my
a lot
optimism.
of crazy stuff happened, and we have to see what they look like without Joe Alt along that offensive line.
It's not going to look good, buddy. It's not going to look good.
You're probably not. You're probably right, but we do have to see. Again, this is only through 4 weeks of the season. We'll do this in 4 more weeks. We'll see how their ranking changes, if at all, right? We just have to get more data, get more information. From what I have seen through 4 weeks, they're 3-0 in their division. They beat the Chiefs, they beat the Broncos, which are 2 really good wins. And yeah, man, I have the Chiefs still below the Chargers. So, any objections?
No. At the moment, if in 4 weeks my team's playing like dog crap, then be gone.
I'm just a man of honesty and integrity. I will tell you if your team is playing bad. I don't think they are. Obviously, 1 bad game I don't think defines this football team. I have them at number 7. Number 6. Now, this might be my most controversial ranking. This is where I'm going to have the Seattle Seahawks. Dude, I think the Vikings messed up. Like, very badly, letting Sam Darnold walk out the door. He is looking more and more like he's having a Baker Mayfield type of career arc where he's finally found a home. And this is an elite defensive football team. Seattle has an elite defense, and if their offense keeps producing the way it is, with Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet running the football, Jackson Smith and Jigba is turning into an elite receiver in the game, and they have other weapons too outside of him. They have a really good tight end room. Darnold's playing well. The offensive line looks pretty solid. I think this is a really good football team, and if they keep it up, I'm going to have no problem saying that these guys are a Super Bowl contender.
I don't object. I mean, I agree. Sam Darnold might have been the guy Minnesota should have gone with, but then you would have had questions on who you're gonna trade. Are you gonna keep JJ as a backup, or are you gonna trade him away for, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. I mean, JJ has not put together. I don't know if he's playing next week, and obviously, look, you're not going to see the Vikings on this list, despite the great roster. But the quarterback play is obviously what matters the most here. And speaking of quarterback play, this is where I'm going to have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 5. I know they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. They still had a chance to win it in the end. And I think as this team gets more healthy throughout the season, Mike Evans comes back, the offensive line gets healthy. Tristan Wirfs came back, and he did look he looked like his old self. I think this is a really good football team, and I see no reason why they cannot compete for a Super Bowl. I have the Bucs at 5.
Not against it.
Okay. Number 4, this is where I'm going to have the LA Rams. I don't know if last week I would have had them this high, but they are 3-1 now. They, there was a lot of questions about how, the Stafford back injury, to start the season, how that would look. And as of now, Stafford looks good. And we all agreed earlier in the season that if Stafford is healthy, this is a Super Bowl contender. I truly believe they are a Super Bowl contender as long as Stafford's healthy. And the wide receiving core of Puka and Devontae Adams, he's not washed, man. He was just in bad situations. He looks incredible. So yeah, I have the other LA team at number 4 here.
Still
And
frustrates me that Devontae chose the Rams.
I mean, hey, your receiving core is really good right now. So, and then the top 3 I think are very obvious here.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna object to any of these guys. I have the Lions at 3, elite offense, improving defense. Since week 1, they've looked really freaking good, man. And I mean, it's Dan Campbell's playbook. Apparently, it was never Ben Johnson's. So, at number 2, this is where I'm going to have the Buffalo Bills. You could make an argument they could be number 1. Josh Allen's playing at an MVP level. The defense is what it worries me a little bit come postseason time. But for now, they're going to be at number 2. And the number 1, until they lose, man, and even if they do lose, I'm not going to have anybody else here at number 1. Super Bowl champs, they're undefeated. I can't put anybody else there. So, what did I miss? What did I hit on? What would you do differently? Or is it just a perfect list?
I have no problems with the list or the order, really, by that much. I mean, I don't think there's a team you left off, honestly. I mean, Niners fans might have some pushback, but like you lost to the Jaguars, you're what 2-2 now, so it's
So can I tell you the first couple teams that didn't make that were just off the list?
sure.
Because I did like the whole all 32.
Because
but obviously
I feel like some people would have an issue with the Packers being on there just because they tied. So
I mean, whatever. So first couple teams off the list. The Broncos were very close, just because I still believe in them. In comparison to a lot of the other teams in the NFL, the Jaguars were close. They're 3-1. The Niners were close. Even the Cardinals were like they weren't super close, but like they were like 14th or 15th or 16th or something like that, So like there was a lot of good teams that were very close.
and
The Patriots were like kind of right there
the Steelers.
after their performance this past week. The Steelers were close. But this is the top 10 I settled on. So,
all right, I don't have objections to it really.
okay.
We'll definitely see what it looks like by week 8 when we're halfway through the season. So
Yeah, and I'll keep track of this so we can be like, oh, this team moved up this many spots or this team moved down that many spots,
we're gonna shift into baseball, ladies and gentlemen. It is baseball time, and what
man.
I'm gonna
I just
do.
want to say, baseball fans are very spoiled.
Why do you say
With
that?
this wild card match, with these wild card matchups are elite, man. I was looking through it, man. We're getting Red Sox Yankees, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you kidding me? As a neutral observer here, that is absolute cinema.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and
then
I'm gonna
we gotta
yeah. Go ahead.
no, I mean we got a matchup between the 2 best players in baseball, Ellie De La Cruz and Shohei Ohtani. Are you kidding me right now?
Ellie hasn't had the best of
to...
seasons, but this is the first time he's in the playoffs.
No, he has not. No, he has not.
So we're gonna go ahead and
Seems like a
review.
playoff
We're gonna review our awards predictions, Ryan. So
have they announced awards yet? I figured we'd wait till the next episode.
I mean, actually, no, not awards. Let's our playoff standing / division winners. I think we should look at.
I was looking at it before the pod. It's not good, man.
Yeah, so Ryan, yours, you had the Tigers winning the Central with the 1 seed, the Rangers winning the West with the 2 seed.
Big miss there.
The Red Sox was a good pick. I will say that was
Yeah, they made
probably
it.
your best. They made it. Mariners, great pick as well. And then Orioles, that was just a freak disappointment.
Ooh.
And then the A's was just shot in the dark. So I respect the pick. I respect the A's pick because
Yeah, man.
they had some sneaky. They were a sneaky dark horse until like kind of.
Hey, man. Early in the year, they looked good, man.
Mine, I had the Dodgers
Tyler
as
effing Stroman.
or you had the Dodgers as the 1 seed. Honestly, that was the right choice at the
Yep.
time. Until they freaking decided to screw around for 2 months.
Hey, the 1 and 3 seed are gonna match up in the wild card.
Yep,
Look at that.
Then we had this right here.
What the?
We're gonna talk about them. Phillies, they at the 2 seed. You had the Cubs, who also made it. So you got the Cubs right as a wild card. They're just the first wild card. So, and the Giants as the third.
The Giants were right there too, man.
Yeah, so you were close.
Right there.
Mine, I had the Red Sox winning the East, so I was with you there. I had the Guardians winning the Central and the Mariners winning the West. I can't do. There's no way. It's almost perfect on the AL.
Straight homer pick, man. Just straight.
No.
You're just picking your favorites.
Dude, the Guardians coming back from 15 down. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the largest deficit to overcome and win a division in MLB history. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And the Guardians freaking did it. And even after the Tigers had lost on the last day of the season and even clinched the division, they're like, you know what? Let's just go win the game anyway. Walk-off 3-run homer by Brian Rocchio to tell the Tigers, come on down. Just come on down. So, yeah. Then the Mariners, dude, what a freaking... Oh. I mean,
What season?
Congrats to the AL West, specifically the A's and Angels, for just jumping on the Astros right after the Mariners swept them. Because the A's took 2 of 3... And then the Angels won just 1 game against the Astros, and that was enough.
But dude, I mean, we at the end of the last pod, we were like, we kind of we thought the Astros were going to be in for sure, man.
Like, at least a wild card, like the last wild card, and no,
yeah,
dude,
no, we
they
thought
collapsed.
they were going to get that last wild card spot. Yeah, I mean, it was bad.
The Astros swept the Rangers, and you just thought, oh boy, yeah, they're going to make, because the Rangers were right there. And that pretty much eliminated the Rangers was getting swept by Houston. But then Seattle came in and bullied them. Like, there was one game, obviously, Houston almost won. When I think Seattle led like 6-0. Jeremy Pena hits a grand slam right as George Kirby comes out of the game. And almost won. Then Victor Robles turned to Superman and just ripped their hearts out. And then the next game just shut them out. I was like, holy crap, the Mariners might have just won the division. Because they played the Rockies next. And I was like, they shouldn't lose that series at all. They didn't. They swept the Rockies. So, and then the A's and Angels just saw a chance to cost Houston the playoffs. And the Tigers had a hand in it too by letting the Guardians walk off against them on Saturday. So, all 4 teams played a part in Houston's downfall. And then, you know, I had the Rangers as well as a... well, I had the Astros missing the playoffs. So, hey, kind of...
Yeah, dude.
Orioles, yeah, as well. We just didn't think they were going to be...
We all thought the Astros were going to kind of be...
they looked good.
You know what I noticed? But like we all thought, like if you scroll down to like my 5 hot takes, I said that or where are they at?
They're right here.
Yeah, Astros, Yankees, Braves, Padres will disappoint. I went 2 for 4. I got 2 for 4. I mean, like Astros and Braves, man. Yeah. Yankees, Padres, you know.
Well, Braves was like from the start, bro. I mean, like from the start of the season, the Braves were disappointing. They were like 0 and something. It took them a while, like a week and a half to win their first game, and I was like, God damn. So that was my NL. So I got at least the Dodgers as a division winner, right? Obviously. Reds, we had them winning the Central, or no, you had them winning the Central. Those are yours still. My bad. Mine were Dodgers, Mets, Reds as well.
Yeah, you did
But
too, though.
okay, yeah, I did. I just it's kind of confusing because I just see AL, NL, and I think it's mine. But anyway, yeah, I had the D-backs making it.
Yeah, yeah.
They were right there. I agreed with you, Giants. They were right there, and then Phillies. I mean, obviously, yeah, made they won the division because the Mets collapsed. And then Tyler's, he had Red Sox, Rangers, Royals. So I think we all went different Central ones, and yeah, the Royals just kind of
Yeah,
they had a mid-season. I mean, they were eliminated in the last
yeah,
week,
not good.
but they just disappointed. They regressed a little bit. Then he had Tigers, Orioles, Mariners.
Yeah.
He got three of those teams. He had the Tigers as a wild card, so congrats, Tyler. You did get the Tigers as a wild card, and Mariners won the division. And of course, Dodgers, Mets. I think we all agreed on the freaking. We all agreed on the division winners, except only got one of them right. And then, yeah, then our World Series predictions. I had Dodgers over Red Sox. Can still happen. Can still happen.
Can
And
still happen. Yep.
yeah, Tyler had Dodgers over Rangers. Can't happen because the Rangers aren't there.
No.
Um, yeah, obviously we had some very hot takes. I'm surprised I actually had. I think I knew I had Guardians, but I surprised I actually went Mariners. I think I just trusted my gut this year, and I was like, please. Oh, all right. So we will get into the wildcard series. I'm gonna pull up here. Let me stop streaming that, and I will go to the MLB portion. So yeah, games
Yeah, let's
start.
get that bracket pulled.
Yeah, we got So obviously the teams that have buys: Brewers, Phillies, Mariners, and Blue Jays. And let me tell you, I am so glad the Blue Jays held on to win the AL East because I was kind of worried there. I was kind of worried because if they blew that division on like that last weekend, and the Yankees stole it, oh god, I would have been so pissed. Like I cannot have them be the one seed again, and just freaking make it to the World Series, and there'd be a chance that my team doesn't. Because with the meltdowns
Yeah,
they
I
have
mean, I
had,
remember.
the meltdowns they have had,
Yeah,
like they're one less meltdown away, or Devin Williams blown save away from being the one seed in the AL East. That's what you think about it. One of those losses that in April or May that you just said, it's early. We have a lot more games to play. Never take an April or May game for granted, ladies and gentlemen. Never take it for granted because it could come back to bite you. And well, we'll start with the AL since we're there anyway. The Yankees last year, if you remember, they had you could say had a much easier path to the World Series compared to the Dodgers.
cakewalk. They had a cakewalk to the World Series.
Yeah, they had the Royals, and then they had the Guardians, and the Guardians should have played better, in my opinion. They didn't. The lights were too bright. They only won one game on an extra innings walk-off. You could argue they should have won 2 or 3 games to make it go 7, but the Yankees' star power was just too much. This year, yeah, they're making the Yankees got to earn it this year. They are facing against 2 division rivals that have owned them this year. Like literally, the Blue Jays and the Red Sox have owned them this year. I mean, the Yankees did win the last series they had against both, so you can kind of hang that and say, hey, they won the previous series, but it's where it all counts now. And sometimes the regular season series doesn't mean much. Just ask the Padres and Dodgers. One year, last year, the Padres dominated the Dodgers in the regular season. What happened in the DS? Dodgers beat them. 2022, Dodgers owned them in the regular season. Padres beat them in the postseason. Sometimes it doesn't matter. But this is a 3-game set, so yeah, literally doesn't matter. Anything could happen. And you're going to have Garrett Crochet, who has owned the Yankees in every start this year, against Max Fried, the Yankees ace this year, because Garrett Cole's obviously out with Tommy John and whatnot. If you're a Red Sox fan, you are hoping you win the first game, because if you don't, I think you're done in 2.
Yeah, probably.
But if the Red Sox win game 1 with Crochet on the bump, I would make an argument they could win in 2, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Yankees won in 2, just because it's in the Bronx. They aren't going to have Giolito this series. He is dealing with an elbow issue. Don't know how serious it is, but they will not have him. So my guess is after Crochet, game 2 is going to be Brian Bayo, and he has some good career numbers against the Yankees. If it gets to a game 3, obviously the Yankees would probably throw out either Cam Schlittler or Luis Heel. The Red Sox might have to go with one of their young guys, Early, I believe his name is. Might go with him. If not, it'd be an all hands on deck situation. So the problem is with the Red Sox is they're also out Roman Anthony, their young star player, with an oblique injury. I don't know how close he is to returning, but he's definitely not back this series. His bat in that lineup is going to be a big loss. So I don't know. But this is going to be the 3rd game on, I believe, because you've got the Tigers Guardians starting out tomorrow, and then Cubs Padres the 2nd game, and this is the late afternoon evening game. The winner obviously goes to play the Blue Jays. Ryan, who are you picking in this series, and how many games?
Man, early on, I was leaning Red Sox. But I think that the losses that the Red Sox have in their lineup currently, and their pitching rotation, I'm gonna take the Yankees, but I do think it's gonna go 3.
We have not
I
had a
think
lot of
even
wild
if
cards go 3 games. We have not had a lot. I think 2
I know.
since we've expanded.
I think, I mean, like you said, if the Red Sox are gonna have any chance of winning this, they have to be the Yankees' best, which is Fried, who didn't Fried lead the
Wins.
AL and wins
Yes,
this
he
year?
did.
Something, yeah, he had 19 or something like that, ridiculous.
I mean, you could argue he could have had 4
So
more if not for Devin Williams' blown save. So
yeah, for sure. So I'll take the Yankees. Look, the whole thing that I've been preaching is that we got to see Aaron Judge
yeah,
do it
mm-hmm.
in the postseason. So this series will be kind of a test for that, of what is to be expected for the rest of this postseason. I'm going to take the Yankees in 3 to face, they're going to move on, face Toronto. We'll get there when we get there with Toronto and the Yankees. But yeah, I would take the Yankees. What about you?
You haven't seen the shirt I'm wearing, but
Oh my God. Yeah, I respect it. I honestly hope you're right.
I'm taking the Red Sox in 3. If you remember, during the postseason, last year, we saw the Yankees could not play defense, and they had a lot of meltdowns. From what my buddy, who's a Yankees fan, told me, the Red Sox were the ones that kind of created the blueprint for beating the Yankees, make them play defense, and I trust the Red Sox defense with Story and Bregman a lot more than I do the Yankees. And I agree, if Aaron Judge does not show up, they are going to lose. Now, they got away with it last year in the Central because Stanton stepped up and they had Soto. Dude, it cannot just be one guy.
Stanton's numbers in the postseason are legendary. So
yeah, say what you want about his availability.
You could finally get,
but he shows up.
when he's there and when it's game time, money making time, he's showing up. If you could get both of these dudes in a postseason to play at the level they should play, you should win the World Series. The problem is, our Fresno State guy has not shown up at the postseason yet.
Yep.
And
I mean, you can maybe argue his best year in the postseason was. I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but I'm just gonna go off memory. Maybe his rookie year in 2017, if that was his rookie year. If not, it was 2016, or you can say maybe 2019 or 2022. Maybe, I don't know, but I just know last year was a big. And you could say the Dodgers won at the perfect time because Judge did wake up in Game 5 with a 2-run bomb, and whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Red Sox, but it's gonna be precedent on them winning Game 1 because if they don't win Game 1 with Crochet, I don't think they're winning that series. They have to win Game 1. Then obviously I'd have the Red Sox going to face the Blue Jays. We'll go up to Tigers Guardians. You know me. I'm rolling with my Guardians already. I'm going to pick them
Yeah.
to win in 2 games. I just think the fact that the Guardians were able to run down the Tigers and just steal the division on the last day of the season, dude, the Tigers, I'm not feeling great about going against the Guardians too. And say what you want about the Guardians offense too. Like I've said, like watching a couple games just this last season too, they only have 2 great players on offense, and that's Steven Kwan and Jose Ramirez. And you can argue Kyle Manzardo with his OPS and home runs this year, but like I need to see a lot more consistency. I don't want to see warning track shots. I need to see them hit with runners in scoring position. Other than that, I trust the pitching staff.
Yeah. 100%. No, I'm with you. I'm going to take the Guardians in 2 games, and that pains me because this was a team I was very high on at the beginning of the year. And throughout the year, I saw them play live. I watched School pitch. I mean, he is unbelievable, but the meltdown at the end of the season, the Guardians are on the upward trajectory. They're getting hot at the right time, right? And that matters when it comes to postseason baseball. I'd take the Guardians in 2 games as well. Um, Now their run I think, will probably be short lived once we talk about the next round. But for now, I'll go Guardians
Yeah.
in 2.
I mean, Scooble's number against the Guardians are really, really good. It's just that he's lost, I believe, the last 2 starts against them, and the last start he had lost the lead on balls that didn't even leave the infield. It was like bunt, infield single, error to get the runner to third, sac fly. It was a lot. Or I don't even think there was a sac fly. It was just all balls in the infield. It was wild. And from there, they just kept collapsing, and then the Tigers escaped with 1 game, obviously, but you only need 2. And you're gonna have Gavin Williams, who's been really, really good against the Tigers in his career. Game 2, I don't know who they have slated. I believe, if I want to guess, it'd be Tanner Bybee for the Guardians, and then Casey Mize in Game 2. But I know he pitched Friday against the Red Sox. If I can pull up the games here, I'm gonna on my phone so that we don't have to keep switching. So yes, it is Scooble versus Gavin Williams. Game 2, Tanner Bybee is the announced starter for Cleveland. It is undecided for Detroit. If it is not Casey Mize, I don't know. I mean, you have Charlie Morton, and I just don't know. If you lose the Scooble start, it's not looking good for you. So yeah, we're both picking the Guardians. The 2 division winners in the West and the Central going to Seattle to face each other. And then we have the Red Sox. I have the Red Sox going to the Blue Jays. You have the Yankees going to the Blue Jays. We'll just finish off the AL side here. Cleveland, Seattle. So I don't know if you also saw. The NFL might have to change the kickoff times for Seattle because of the playoff games. Because T-Mobile Park and where the Seahawks play are like right across the street from each other.
Oh man,
Yeah.
traffic would be insane.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah, I've been to Seattle. They're like right there.
Yeah.
So,
Well, dude, I mean, I don't want to just like praise Seattle this whole podcast with the Seahawks and the Mariners, but I'm taking the Mariners in this series for sure. I have to, and I know that I'm assuming you will as well, despite your Guardian love.
Yeah, it pains
But
me that
man,
this is the
this
DS.
Mariners team just feels they just feel different, man. Julio is coming into his own. Obviously, Cal Raleigh
MVP.
he's unbelievable, and he's probably, I mean, dude, I don't know. I think he's gonna lose out to Judge.
I love
Because he
Judge, but like,
backed up.
dude, you can't argue 60 home runs from a catcher, a guy who's pretty much played every day.
No, No, and no, that's a big part of it is the fact that he is a catcher, and he's doing this type of thing, which is why he would have my MVP vote. But like I get the Aaron Judge love, I get it, but I mean, Riley's been the best player in baseball this year.
Yeah,
Like he just has been. So I would take Seattle. I don't know if it'd be a sweep or not, but
I don't know. With that rotation
I
Seattle
think the Guardians lose the
has,
game.
it would. I mean, it could be a sweep too. And if Seattle's like they haven't won, obviously they went to the postseason in 22. They won their 2 games in Toronto in the wild card, but they lost all 3 games. Arguably, they should have won game 1 if not for poor bullpen management. But and game 3 went like 18 innings in Seattle until it was like a final score of 1-0. So they will definitely win a game in Seattle this year. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pick them to win. I will say in 4, gentleman's sweep of that. It pains me. This is the
Okay.
DS. I tweeted after the Guardians finally tied the Tigers in the standings. America needs a Guardians Mariners ALCS. It pains me Seattle couldn't get the 1 seed. Pains me.
No. Yeah, for sure.
So the next, obviously, we both picked different ones. If it's Blue Jays Yankees,
Yeah.
who are you choosing?
Again, I think I would go with New York. I think I know it's not as easy of a road, but they did go to the World Series last year. I would take the Yankees in I think it'd be a competitive series. I think it'd be probably a 5-game series,
Oh,
but
100%.
I would take the Yankees. I do think that Judge is going to have one of his better postseasons. We just have to see it. Um, so yeah, I would have Mariners Yankees in the championship. That's what I would have. Um, and if for you, if it was Red Sox Blue Jays, what would you go with?
I like Boston's chances in a short series like this, 5. But if Giolito's not there for the DS, if he's not available, I'm gonna
Yeah.
take the Blue Jays in probably. I want to say 5 as well because Boston did play them pretty tough on that last week of the season in Toronto. Played them really
Yeah.
hard. And yeah, I would take it in 5 even if they don't have Giolito. If they do or not, I'd take it in 5 still. Um, Dude, the Blue Jays really gambled on that last week of the season by starting Gosman on Sunday, and if they did not win that game, they would have been in deep trouble against the Red Sox in the wild card because they wouldn't have had Gosman or
Mhm.
Bassett available for definitely game 1. Game 2, I don't know if Bassett would have been able to start, but they would have been in trouble. But it's a good thing they won because now
Yeah, that would have been.
they have that
Yeah.
week. So um, Barrios, I believe, is dealing with an injury. They did call up that young pitcher, Savage, I believe his name is. He looks promising. We'll see if he starts. If not, he's probably just gonna be a bullpen piece. Um, yeah,
Probably a bullpen piece, I would
I
imagine.
would. I mean, the Red Sox not aside from Bregman really. Not a lot of them have postseason experience. I mean, Chapman as well. I mean, you can count Story with that one time he went with the Rockies in 2018, but like they got swept.
It doesn't count.
Yeah,
It's Colorado.
yeah. But yeah, not a lot of guys with posting experience, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, I might take the Blue Jays. They got so many guys who've been to the postseason. A couple like Guerrero and Bichette. I know they were only in the wild card. They've never been to a DS, but they're going to be in a DS now. Springer obviously has won a World Series as much as I bemoan talking about Houston. Um, yeah, they've got a lot of guys with posting experience on that team. I think that's going to help the Blue Jays a lot more, despite Boston's success this century in the postseason. I think
Yeah.
Toronto has the better overall team. I would take Toronto to have a Toronto Seattle ALCS. I know it's the 1 and 2 seeds. but these are two new teams that haven't been there in a while. The last time Toronto was in the CS was 2016. So, like, almost 10 years ago. And Seattle hasn't been here, I think, since, like, 2001.
Mm-hmm.
So, two new teams. And...
yeah.
All right, so we'll start with you, Mariners, Yankees.
Is this even a question? Is this even a discussion? Give me the true MVP. And my boy Julio. The Mariners are winning this. They're going to go to the World Series. Now, will they win? I don't know. But give me Seattle to go to the World Series. Over. This is where the Yankees run ends. Too tough of a road for them this year. And yeah, give me Seattle. I mean, I knew this is where I was going when we started. I had to pick new teams, and I'm taking Seattle, man. I'm hopping on the bandwagon.
I'm glad you are. I'm glad you are seeing the vision just as I have. Oh man. Now I'm gonna look at how each now for Toronto and Seattle. I'm trying to see here. Hold on. For the season series, they played each other 6 times, and the Blue Jays won it 4-2. But that was before they got Naylor and Suarez. Way before. It was early in the season.
Who gives a damn about the regular season?
Exactly. Give me my Mariners in 6. Seattle's going to the World Series.
Oh, I didn't even give my prediction.
Oh.
I didn't even give my prediction.
Yeah.
Screw it. Bust out the brooms, baby.
What?
Bust out the brooms. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Freaking.
Imagine.
All right.
Imagine, dude.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Time for the National League. Let's start with Cubs Padres. Now, if this was in San Diego, I'd give the edge to the Padres, but Wrigley is just, it's too good of a home field advantage. And they've been dying for some postseason baseball, bro. The last time they were there in a postseason game, 2018 wild card against the Rockies, they lost 2-1 in like extra innings.
Yeah.
So they've been dying, and now I know the Cubs are without Cade Horton, who's been one of their best arms, I think, out of the bullpen. So that's a loss. But the Padres are also out Ramon Laureano for this series with a dislocated finger. So both teams have a significant loss. Game 1, it is looking to be Nick Pivetta versus Matthew Boyd. Both have been solid for each other's teams this year. I like Boyd in Chicago because of the wins. And the Padres, I believe, as a team, were like 28th in the league in hitting home runs. So they were more of like a hit, get on base type of team than they were a home run or bust. I don't know where the Cubs ranked. I'd have to check on Fangraphs, but yeah, dude.
Jared, let's cut to the chase. Are we really gonna pick the Padres in a series? Let's just be honest with ourselves. Cubs in 2, baby. Cubs in 2.
Yeah, because game 2 they've got Dylan Cease lined up, and Cease has not been good in the postseason, buddy. I'm sorry. Cubs, you had a good not Cubs. Padres, you had a good season again. Obviously, I picked y'all last year to beat the Braves because it was like.
Hey, do you want me to rage bait you? You want me to rage bait you right now?
Sure.
Okay. Who was it that you said hasn't been good in the postseason? Dylan Cease, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you say he's been Clayton Kershaw-esque?
Oh, shut up. That was poor management on Don Mattingly's part. And a little bit of Dave Roberts, but that was like 2019. That was one time with Dave Roberts. Anyway.
I knew it was gonna get you.
Dude.
Yeah, Cubs in 2, man. What are we talking about?
Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'll go Cubs in 3. I think San Diego gets 1, but I don't know if it would be game 1. But yeah, if the Cubs don't win the Nick Pivetta start, or not Pivetta, the Dylan Cease start, I have some serious questions on your hitting. Because obviously their offense, their offense hasn't been the wackiest shit in the world like they were to start the season when they played the Dodgers 900 times and couldn't stop scoring. But, you won't see the Dodgers unless both make the CS, and we'll see if either makes it in our predictions. I will take the Cubs as well to go face the Brewers in a divisional matchup. Now, we'll go to the night game.
Brewers are back, baby. My Brewers are back, baby.
Oh, all right. Now we've got the Reds versus the Dodgers. A red versus blue matchup. Shout out to Red versus Blue.
Dodgers in 2, move on. Dodgers in 2, move on. What are we doing? Come on.
Yeah, I'll just say let's give a hand. Let's give a hand to Cincinnati. Terry Francona coming out of retirement. You got him there. I will give you that. You won a trip to the Dodger Stadium Invitational. Congrats, guys. Congrats. I was like, my dad's buddy's a Mets fan, so I was about to tell him like, hey, if the Mets make it, tell him congrats on making it to the Dodger Stadium Invitational. But so either works. So the Reds have a good rotation. Hunter Green, Nick Lodolo, Chase Burns coming up. He's been great. Andrew Abbott, great. Their bullpen, decent. Emilio Pagan's been a solid closer for them. Not the best in baseball, but solid. Their offense concerns me. They are not scoring a lot of runs. You can say maybe they're a little Guardians-esque, very scrappy, whatnot, relying on that rotation. The Dodgers manhandled the Reds this season. And I know what I said about the regular season series. I know what I said. But it didn't look close. Especially in the series at Dodger Stadium, the Dodgers owned them, and the Reds defensively did not look great. And obviously, when you're coming to face the Dodgers in a short series, and the rotation's healthy, at this point, it's pick a belt. Pick a belt. And you've drawn Blake Snell game 1 and Yoshinobu Yamamoto game 2, and if it gets to a game 3, Shohei Ohtani probably. Like, I have, as much as I've dogged on the Dodgers the second half of the season for being mid, inconsistent, and hot ass in certain facets, like obviously July, it was the offense not scoring. August, it was the defense. September, it was the bullpen. 3 different things. I hope they had a good series against Seattle, but Seattle had nothing to play for, so I'm not going to say, oh, good job, but hey, at least you didn't blow anything. Honestly, I'd just be saying this for the bullpen. They said Clayton Kershaw's not going to be on the wild card roster. Fair, he just started. He just did his last start on Sunday, so I get it. If we make it to the DS, I expect him to be there. Bullpen, I better see Roki Sasaki pitch 2 innings minimum. Because he looked so good out of the bullpen against Arizona and Seattle, dude. No question he is going to be lights out with the stuff he has. Robleski, 2. Honestly, he'd be good. And Sheehan as well. Oh, those 3 are going to be nasty. I think they're bringing back Penn Kasparius, which will be good. It's just the final 3 outs is what's going to scare me. If I see Blake Trinan, Alex Vesia, and Tanner Scott, those 3, and it's a close game, oh my god, I'm going to be going into cardiac arrest. So I'm going to need the rotation to pitch like 6 innings minimum. So, but
yeah, Tanner Scott's a legend for every team that he faces.
Legit.
They're hoping for Tanner Scott, buddy.
All right, but yeah, I agree. Dodgers in 2. Would it surprise me if it went 3? No, but Hunter Green, he's been great, but one team he's not been great against in his career, I believe, is the Dodgers. And yeah, I mean, the first 3 innings or 4, he's probably going to look really good, and then the Dodgers are going to adjust and start getting to him. That's just usually what they do. And the Reds really, aside from Terry Francona, don't have postseason experience really. And just with the offense, how little runs they score, it's not going to be enough to beat the Dodgers. You're going to have to score 5 minimum.
It's a good first step for Cincinnati.
Yes, it is.
It's a good first step to get in. Next year, we could start talking about them as an actual, can you win around type team? Not yet.
We've been waiting for them to get in, especially last season. We expected them to be a wild card. And this time, I don't fault them at all for taking advantage of the Mets' collapse. I do not fault them for that, because that is what you should do. You see a team that is better than you on paper, and from a financial standpoint, faltering, you take advantage of that whenever you can. And they did. They did. I do not fault the Reds at all. I'm not overlooking them this series either, because obviously, I've seen what could happen. My team got swept by the Diamondbacks 2 years ago. I'm not overlooking the Reds. So, but I'm definitely picking my team to win. To go against the Phillies, and this series will just start here. This series is a should have happened last year, the year before, 2022.
We've been
waiting,
yeah,
but mainly in the CS.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that it will be the DS. Who are you rolling with, Dodgers and Phillies? They're not gonna have Zach Wheeler,
dude.
But Trey Turner's back.
No.
Trey Turner is back.
This is a very tough one for me. I'm, like I said earlier, dude, I'm looking for a new World Series pick, and you know that Philadelphia is on my short list. I've picked them in the past. I'm going to pick them in this series to beat your Dodgers in a very long series. In 5. I'll take the Phillies in 5. It's going to be a long series. I just don't really trust the Dodgers bullpen / closing pitching all that much, So
I agree.
I expect the offense to be just fine. Against the Phillies, offense and how high powered they are when they're, hitting. So I'll take the Phillies for now. Will I pick them against, to make the World Series? I don't know yet, because my Brewers are down there too. So I don't know, would you take your Dodgers in this series?
We did play a series against the Phillies at Dodger Stadium this year, and our rotation was insane against them. Held them to 1 or 2 runs. I know Snell shut them out, and Shohei Ohtani had 5 no-hit innings against them. And then I forgot who started. Sheehan started the first game, and he was solid. I think he gave 1 or 2 runs. The bullpen was what sold us that series. We lost 2 or 3 because of the bullpen really blowing it. The offense did everything they could to claw back in. It's just the bullpen could not sustain the Phillies. That is my fear. And while I would take the Dodgers rotation over the Phillies, because I don't trust Nola in the postseason lately, he's just not been as good, especially in do or die games. Against the D-backs, game I think 6, not great. Against the Mets last year, not great. I would, Snell's got some experience. Glass now has some experience. Shohei Ohtani hasn't pitched in the postseason yet, but he's hit. And then Yamamoto obviously has experience. Those are going to be the 4 Dodgers starters. The offense, I mean, you could pick either or. I think it's really going to come down to the bottom of the Dodgers lineup if they can produce. And also, is Will Smith going to be back by this series? Because he's been out with a hairline fracture. He's not going to be back for the wild card, but I think that's going to be fine for the Dodgers. It's here where we would need his bat. It's where I'm worried.
Like this is gonna go 5. If it goes 4,
Yeah.
something bad would have had to happen for one of the teams. Like the bullpen is just not going great, or the offense is not showing up. I just, you know what? I'm gonna go against my team this year. I've just not liked what I've seen the second half. The first half, if they were playing like they did in the first half, I'd pick my team 100%. It's just, I mean, I did like how they finished out like the second half of September. I'm gonna take the Phillies. This is honestly their best chance to win the World Series right now, even without Zach Wheeler. If they had Zach Wheeler, no doubt I'd probably pick the Phillies here. But yeah, I'm unfortunately gonna go against my team. I think we're gonna beat the Reds. Phillies, it's just gonna be too tough. If we had the Brewers, I think we'd get revenge on them, even though they'd owned us. They were as hot as anybody when we played them. I think they've cooled down a little bit. I think we'd beat them, but we're just on the wrong side of the bracket, unfortunately. We're going to lose to the Phillies in 5. I would have liked my team to make it to the CS where I can be satisfied and go, okay, at least we kind of made it to the Final 4. But yeah, this season, just how it went, the second half just didn't. Not liked how I was expecting. So Phillies in the CS. Now we'll go to Cubs Brewers.
Dude.
I know what you're gonna go with, and I know the CS is gonna be such
That's
a
my Brewers. What do you
yeah.
mean?
It's this the CS is gonna be such a freaking like it's gonna be so hard for you because you've picked both teams before, so it's gonna be a game for your heart, a game for your heart.
Dude, give me the Brewers in. I'll take them in 4, man. This team's been really good all season. We didn't think they were going to be good,
Oh no,
but here we are, and it's just a collection of dudes that are all right to good, and yeah, I got Phillies Brewers in a battle for my heart, and I have no idea who I'm picking right now. I don't know.
all right. Both 1 and 2 seeds in each. We have I mean, you have 2 versus 4. I have 1 versus 2 in all mine. So Phillies Brewers battle for your heart. Battle for the well, since you like going back to it. Who are you taking?
Look, I have picked the Phillies before to make the World Series, to win it all.
And they've shunned you.
I don't think I've done that with the Brewers. I've just always been a Milwaukee Brewer believer. Now, I guess my question is,
Let's remember, in 2018, the Brewers were 1 game away from the World Series.
yeah. So I guess in my head, I'm like, do I stay loyal and go with the team that has let me down time and time again, but I stay loyal to my guys, Bryce Harper, Trey Turner, Mr. Natural Disaster Occurs himself, Nick Castellanos? Or do I go with the new hotness, a team that I've always kind of been out on a limb about, a team that no one has ever believed in them like I believe in them? Or do I stay loyal to the Phillies? So, loyalty or new hotness? That's the question. Give me the Milwaukee Brewers to face off against the Seattle Mariners in the World Series.
How many games you got on beating
Heartbreak
the Phillies?
once again for Philadelphia.
How many games to beat the Phillies? How many?
This one's going 5.
5? So you're basically asking for utter domination from the freaking Brewers. That is crazy.
The series against the Dodgers, it took a lot out of them.
Emotional win. Emotional win.
5. Emotional wins.
Yeah, unfortunately, as much as I'd love to see two teams that have never won a World Series face off against each other, I have to take the Phillies. The postseason experience of the Phillies is just, I know the Diamondbacks did it to them. Brewers baseball in the postseason is heartbreak central. Give me the Phillies in 6. I think it'll go 6. So I'll have the Phillies and the Mariners in the World Series. And you know what? I'm going to go first. The Seattle Mariners are your 2025 World Series champions in 7 games. Now, going off record, I would have to see who has the better record, because they're both the 2 seed. So let me go ahead and see the standings here, and I'll look at their records. Let me see. Seattle is 90 and 72. Ooh, but Philly is 96 and 66. It would start in Philly, so Seattle would celebrate in the bank. And my World Series MVP?
Big Dumper? Or Julio?
Julio. Who else? Who else,
the man who started it all. Yeah. Now I don't know who to pick. You know what? This is a little selfish. But I'm going with the man that carried my fantasy team all season. Give me Cal Raleigh. Give me the Seattle Mariners in 7. This is the year.
Oh, God, I love you right now. I love you right now. Oh.
Give me the man that carried me all year. In fact, I had both of them, actually. I had Julio and Cal Raleigh in fantasy.
Dude, you do
Give
not.
Me
so
the Big Dumper.
How many games?
The Big Dumper.
How many games?
6.
6? Okay. All right. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan and I were in the championship for our league. I ended up coming out on top. I have reclaimed my crown. The champ.
I had bad pitching decisions on my part. I mean, it's just...
It is what it
is. There
is.
were a couple stinkers in there.
Mm-hmm.
But
I would say during the weekend, me picking up Gavin Williams on that want to say Tuesday, like got me 22, and it pretty much like gave me such a big lead, and then Garrett Crochet was following him that like next day, and I was like, oh, it might be over.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Part of me wanted it to be against Tyler because he was the one who beat me last year. I wanted to get back at him, but it doesn't matter. We'll probably do it next year. We'll see. It was nice having somebody else other than Tyler be competitive.
Yeah.
So, and Mark he made some moves as well. So shout out to Mark. He was the 4 seed. He gave me a little bit of a fit in the first week when I played him, because I had some bad pitching decisions as well, and it was close for like the first week. But thankfully it's 2 weeks, and then I blew him out. So,
yeah.
But all right, we both have the Mariners. Obviously, we will have Tyler's picks when we get it. I don't know if you'll want to tweet it under the post of the video, like our picks or whatnot, or if next episode Tyler can give his quick predictions. I do want to say one sort of dark horse World Series that I would just love to happen. I predicted it back in 2022. Dodgers Blue Jays would be an all-timer in my opinion.
Yeah, mine would be Blue Jays Phillies probably.
That would be a good one too.
That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. So yeah.
I think another one, I mean, both teams are in it. What if we get Cleveland, Chicago again?
Oh boy.
That is one of the best World Series of all time. Even though it was a 3-1 choke, it was still great. But yeah, obviously
even like a Red Sox Cubs would be really fun too.
that would be interesting.
You know?
That would be interesting. 2 wild cards going.
Two iconic franchises, just like
Red Sox,
all-timers.
who have dominated this, have like more World Series wins this century than any other team. The Cubs, who finally broke their curse a decade ago, almost coming back.
Yep.
I mean, Dodgers Red Sox would be, I think, a good one. It'd be like, Dodgers trying to go for revenge for 2018, and then Mookie on the other side and whatnot. But yeah, also a sleeper
like
one.
Brewers Guardians.
Pitching
pitching
would be good, dude. The pitching.
That's what I'm saying. It'd be more like a overall kind of like collective team kind of thing, no superstars, caring and everything,
Another great one. We've had in-state ones like A's and Giants and Mets, Yankees in the World Series. Reds, Guardians.
Oh my God.
That would be insane.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, imagine.
The Ohio series.
The ratings would tank for sure. I mean, that'd be a rough one.
Oof, but yeah, I think for me,
we're watching, but I don't know if America's watching.
Oh, my dad's watching. He's a Guardians fan, so he's hella watching.
Yeah.
And I would hope his team wins. And I know last year, I think I picked Guardians Dodgers just because I want that World Series against my dad's team, but not this year. I just don't think Cleveland can do it this year against they have to go through Seattle and then probably Toronto, New York, or Boston. Their pitching would get them there. It's just their offense I don't think could do it. But yeah, obviously. So I'll reiterate again, people. I have Seattle over Philly in 7. Ryan has Seattle over Milwaukee in 6. And then of course our, I guess, dark horse World Series. If you want mine,
we named like 7 of them.
But my true one is going to be Dodgers Blue Jays. That'd be, I think, a great one. And yours, I'd say yours would be Philly.
Blue Jays, Phillies,
yeah. So,
yeah.
But yeah, that is gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen, for this episode. We started with depressed me, and I guess this was a good little bit of therapy. I guess I don't know. I'm still kind of sad, but. You know what they say, winning cures everything, so we'll definitely see if my team can beat the Commanders next week. I'll feel a little bit better if we do, but if we don't, I'm going to be sad again.
I don't know if the podcast will be able to survive a Dodgers postseason elimination and the Chargers losing on the same Sunday. It'll be a rough pod, man. I don't know.
Yeah, and hopefully Tyler is back. Hopefully.
He's got home stuff. He's in the process of moving people, and he just has not. Internet getting set up and moving. I mean, it's a lot. Moving's hard, dude. I don't know if you've ever just moving in general. I've moved so much in my life. It sucks. It's the worst thing ever. So
yeah,
I hate it. Once it's done, though, and you're settled in. You can kind of start building your own place and everything, and that's fun. But the moving part sucks. So
yeah. Alrighty. By next episode next week, the wild cards will be done, and we'll be like 2 or 3 games through the division series. So be on the lookout for this episode, so you can hear our predictions before this wild card series ends. Hopefully we can get this out tomorrow. I'll get this to you as soon as possible, Ryan.
I'll post it as soon as you send it to me.
Yeah. And thank you guys. That was Ryan and Jared in Time of Possession. We will see you guys in the next one.